Hello, James Kennedy Public Library. This is Ray Kruse of the ISU Extension Outreach Office of Dubuque County. And if you're like me and have tried to oversummer some Amaryllis bulbs from the holidays last winter, you're now at the tail end of the season and wondering what's our next step to try and get these bulbs that we've planted outside to bloom again. Well, we're going to talk about that here. And we're at the tail end of September and we're just before the first frost. And I'm going to dig out the rest of my bulbs here. You can see I have 6 of them. We're going to dig out the rest of these bulbs here the night before the first frost. So I'm going to be keeping track of the weather. And once that time comes, we'll dig them out. We'll, go about 3-4 inches around the bulb and dig out a nice clump of roots with that. Shake off the soil. And we're simply going to place that Amaryllis bulb that we oversummered into a paper sack. Then we're going to place it into a root cellar or a place with a similar environment without any light for 8 to 10 weeks. In that cool environment, that's going to trigger this bulb to start what it's going to think is going to be a wintering process. And it's going to trigger that bulb to start blooming. And after 8 to 10 weeks of being in that root cellar-like environment, these leaves here will turn crispy, dead. It'll look rather sad coming out. What we'll do is we'll pot it up once again, just like we did when we first got the bulb, and we'll hopefully see some flowers within 4 to 6 weeks afterwards. Now that will bring us either to the middle or the end of January for us to enjoy those blooms again. So hopefully you learned a little bit about what to do with your Amaryllis bulb now that fall is here and we are just before our first frost. This is Ray Kruse of the ISU Extension Outreach Office of Dubuque County. Happy growing, everybody.